Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Do We Know Them? I almost just blanked and didn't know them.
Right? I feel like we haven't filmed in 45 years. Hey, guys.
I guess we haven't filmed a normal episode like this.
Yeah,
really.
That's true. It was Nick DeRamio who joined us last time. Thank you guys for all your kind words.
Oh my God, if you missed it,
so good.
Go watch it now. It's so good.
And the one prior to that, we don't speak about. Anyway, welcome back, guys. It is a new week, and I'm just going to say it right now. You almost didn't see us here. Isn't that right, Lily?
Honestly, it's my fault this time.
That's true.
I feel like it's usually my fault, probably.
No, it's not your fault.
Well, I don't know what is going on with me. That I've gotten sick once a month. I would say the same time of the month, but
It's not. You weren't due for this for another 2 weeks.
Right? I wasn't expecting this. This was supposed to be a great couple weeks. But no, the last 3 days, it's a weird sickness because I don't even have that many symptoms. I'm just really tired and kind of brain foggy and congested a little.
Listen, there's literally when you get like that, there's nothing you can do. And that's why you were I'm sorry. I'm like, well, what are we gonna,
And it also started as that I couldn't tell if I was sick or it was my back being out of place and then causing those symptoms, because I do sometimes, it's hard to tell these days. I think it ended up being maybe both, but yeah, I canceled the last minute on Tuesday.
We were literally dressed.
Oh yeah, Tuesday we both had our makeup
Not to be dramatic, but I had my makeup, my hair done, and I was literally walking up the steps to film. And I just looked at my phone. I'm like, oh, okay.
You had asked if we could film a half hour later, and normally that was going to be great. But in this time, it just gave me more time to be sitting there and not feeling great. So then by the time it was happening, I was like, oh, fuck, I can't do it now. And then yeah. So anyway, it's Friday now. And we are here, but we are going to film a kind of short episode because it's also Friday night and we don't have a lot of time to edit it, and because Jessi's daughter turns 1 this weekend.
Well, when you guys are watching this on Sunday, my daughter is 1, and it's the craziest fucking thing ever. I haven't processed it because I just keep pushing it back. I'm don't process, because when I do, I'm just gonna burst into tears. It's my last baby. I'm not having any other children. I'm fine. Everything is great.
But there's so many other milestones to look forward to.
I know. But okay, can I tell you what I was gonna tell you though? I told Lily I needed to tell her what happened to me yesterday, but I was going to wait until we were filming.
Yes, please.
Let me paint the scene. I never leave my house. That's the scene I'm painting. I never leave my house. I literally do not go to the grocery store. I'm
Would someone recognize you?
No, bitch, it's way worse. Oh my God, that would be amazing. If they just not that they recognize me, if they're are you from Do We Know Them?
When that happens, I will be oh my God, absolutely.
I'll lose my shit. But no, that didn't happen at all. But I was driving in my neighborhood. I was getting home from Publix. And again, I never leave my fucking house. And there was this kind elderly man on the right side of the street. And he waved to me and I'm like, hello, sir. And I just keep driving maybe 15 miles per hour when all of a sudden a shadow comes towards me and crashes into my car. And I'm literally, I just brake. I'm so flabbergasted. And I look to my left. No, that was my first thought. My first thought was,
we shouldn't put this on the podcast, Jessi.
My first thought, okay, can I be honest? And I don't know what this says about me as a person, but my first thought was drive. That was my first. I'm not even joking. But it made
maybe we cut that part out.
No. It was just an intrusive thought, the ones that you don't pay attention to. Because immediately I did stop, but I did want to
continue. I'm sorry.
So first thought was I hit someone. So I stop. I look around, see the man. Hallelujah, didn't hit him. I look to my left.
He's
and
not
I
under
see,
the car.
No, he's not. I look to my left, and on the street, I see a deer running for its life. I'm talking booking it, into the street, running away.
So did the deer hit you, or did you hit the deer?
The deer hit me, ran full speed into the passenger side of my car, which I can kiki about now, but that could have been a life-threatening situation because it ran, okay, I'm not joking. It had a saliva mark on my door, a tongue saliva. It literally plastered into my car. And it hit it so hard. I only have a couple dents, nothing bad. But had it been in the front of my car, I would have totaled it. Anyway, that's not where the story ends. I was okay, it's running.
You can never leave my house again.
But it's running towards the street. There's a street right by me. Well, guess what, guys? I was driving down that street today, and guess who I saw? Bambi on the side of the road, dead.
Oh no.
And it ruined my night. And so here I am ruining yours.
From someone else, right?
Okay, yes, not me. It ran away perfect, but I may have concussed it, and then it might have been confused running into traffic.
No. I know how you feel because we have squirrels. Max really loves them, and he always tries to get them. And then one day I walked out and I was like, oh no, I think that's a squirrel.
me when Jasmine brings me a rat every day. Literally, she's a menace to our environment. No, but guys.
Oh, this took such a turn.
It did, but I did just want to say that happened.
So this had no relevancy to anything? This was just an update?
Yeah, I mean, how am I not going to tell the pod about a deer running into my car? It was the most eventful thing to happen.
I appreciate you sharing. I was just, oh my God.
Well, guys, look out for deer if you're in rural areas. It's winter now, or it's really cold out, so it's like 30 degrees, and they start mating. And so they get like really horny and start running around.
Couple of follow-up questions.
Please.
Are there a lot of deer normally where you are?
Absolutely, yeah. We totally like live where they are supposed to live.
Well, how do you know it was the same deer?
It is an assumption. It did fit the height and size profile. It ran away so fast, and I was like, if it runs into that road, it's dead because the road is busy, and it was all scared. Like, I don't even think it took a beat to understand that it just hit my car, and it just kept running. But you see all the time, they total cars on the highway because our highways don't even have rails.
Some very terrifying dash cam footage, and there's nothing you can do to like prevent it.
I hit the old man. Like, it literally felt like a person jumped, but it ran like, it must have been going like 40 miles per hour into my car or something. That's dramatic, but it really was so fast. Anyway, that's my update. So Lily was sick, a deer hit my car, and I think that's about it.
Jesus. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect when you were like, oh, I have something to tell you, but it wasn't that. Oh, wait, other question. Does Georgia, I was thinking, you said it's like 30 degrees. Does it snow?
It does. It snowed last year, but like very little. Like you wake up, there's frost, and then like it did snow last year for like 20 minutes, but it's not like snowfall like a foot deep or anything like that.
I know so little about Georgia as a state.
Same.
Like, I don't know if you were like, match Georgia to these like 3 photos that represent, I have no idea.
Georgia is really just like, there's a lot of trees.
I feel like it's probably really pretty. I feel like I would probably like it there.
Yeah. I mean, I really like it here, and I like the community and stuff. It's just, you know, some things, it's a little conservative. Excuse me.
But at least it's less people.
But I do love it, like in the sense of the beauty and all that stuff. Like my mom's house, she has deers, like she puts like these salt blocks out for them because there's like just deer roaming her property all the time, like just in front of her house. Just
my mom would absolutely do that. My mom feeds her hummingbirds.
Oh my God, my mom too. She named her Susan, the hummingbird.
I don't think mine has named hers, but I'll ask.
Anyway, so what are the topics we're here to cover? Because you know we always go off into the ones we don't have to cover.
I think they'll enjoy that tangent. That was very entertaining.
I hope you did.
Had it ups and downs. It was a roller coaster.
Look at us.
Yeah, today I feel like there were...
Sorry.
Yes?
I'm so sorry to interrupt. No, I know we were just
I do it all the time. The comments always like to remind me.
I feel like we interrupt each other equally, actually, for the record. But I do want to just say thank you for 40,000 subscribers. I'm just very, very happy. And I just can't believe that like the podcast is growing, and it's just amazing. And I'm so excited. And I want to say thank you.
I was going to say, yeah, we're in the double digits, but we've been there a while. But we're in the 20s.
We're in the 5 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 40,000.
I meant episode wise.
Oh, yeah. No. We're way past there.
We've been in the double digits for a while, but now we are in the 20s, and it's very exciting. I feel like we're established.
We really are. Which is why we're here today, even though really we almost weren't. So anyway.
We want to be consistent. And so the topic we're going to bring you, I guess there's been a lot of like headlines, but like nothing really that's like really worth talking about much more. For example, it got announced today that apparently Olivia and Harry are on a break.
Yawn.
It's weird how conveniently it lines up with the fact that no one cares about Don't Worry Darling anymore, and it's
Can I see more? I mean, everybody dates whoever they want to date. I just wish Harry would just really explore. You know what I'm saying? Everybody dates is like the same.
Who did he date before?
I don't know, actually. I saw someone say that on Twitter once, and I just ran with it.
Well, speaking of, I guess we're done with that because there's nothing else to say. People reported it. A source told them. Mm-hmm. We don't know who the source is, as usual.
Jason Sudeikis.
But Twitter is continuing to apparently just collapse.
Love that.
Elon was posting memes this morning that was like the posing next to the grave, and it was like Twitter in the grave and Twitter also digging the
Why
grave.
does he have worse humor than my dad? That's like impossible almost.
It's so bad. And he just posts memes all day, and I'm like, don't you have better things to do, sir?
No, I don't think he does. Did you see the one where he brought the sink into Twitter? And he's like, I'm the head of Twitter. Let that sink in. And he was like holding a sink from like Home Depot. It's like, have you met my grandpa? Like, what? Anyway, listen, that's not even the topic that we're here to talk about.
No, so those were just some of the trending headlines.
Right. Oh, yeah.
The actual topic is
And
this
Taylor Swift
TikTok.
tickets.
Oh God. And Ticketmaster now being investigated.
Oh, are they? And Taylor's pissed.
Taylor is pissed. I mean, I would be, and I've seen tons of artists get pissed after, like, bigger ones, when their concert tickets go on sale and they find out that they've all been bought up by scalpers, like, immediately. And that's so common. I don't understand how Ticketmaster is still not able to figure that out.
You're not like
And
a
then
startup. Like you've existed since forever.
And Live Nation bought them. They've like monopolized the entire ticket industry. So it's like them and I think SeatGeek.
But SeatGeek is where everybody ran with their Ticketmaster tickets to, like, have you seen? It's like 98% of the arenas are for sale right now for like 5 times the price.
Oh my God, that much?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's literally almost
I know
every
they're
section.
for that much price, but it's like 90% of the arena.
Almost the entire arena is available, like, with tickets. That was like a huge, like, thing that people were pissed about.
And then it was just during the pre-sale.
And my friend, she got the code, she waited in line for hours, and then she got an error when she went to check out, which is what a lot of people were experiencing.
Did you see that there was a girl that posted she got charged like 7 or 8 times for
my card would simply decline. My card would be like, that's not possible.
For her, it overdrafted her account because it was like charges of like over $600 that were going through 7 to 8 times, and she never got any tickets.
What the fuck? Absolutely not. No. I did go to the 1989 tour and I sat literally right next to the catwalk and it was a magical experience. Like I could almost smell her.
Did you pay like a ton of money for it?
No, I actually paid like $380 a ticket and I bought 3. So that's like very reasonable for that.
I feel like realistically around like 3 to 4, I mean, it sucks that it's even this much, but 300 to 400 for like a floor seat.
Yeah.
At like someone like that. I feel like that's
maybe
what I would expect at least.
$150 for like the other sections.
Yeah.
But if you're paying $300 to be in the nosebleeds, which a lot of people did, and then a lot of people are like regretting now. I mean, I didn't mean to get all into this because honestly, I was like over it. I'm like, I get it, guys. This was a disaster. But now that I think about it, I'm like, that really must have sucked for a lot of people.
No, honestly, the only reason I didn't think we should talk about it that much is because neither of us are like
super Swifties.
Yeah, that I was like, are we gonna like miss some of the
I'm a Swiftie, but I'm not like a fucking Easter egg, check everything, be there on like I'm not. Like I love her music, I'll listen to it, but
it could have been anyone's concert that I like. It could have been Katy Perry. I mean, Katy Perry's a bad person to stand right now because she's come out as being very Republican. But
what the fuck is wrong with her?
I don't know. It's like she doesn't use her brain at all sometimes. And
Ever
I'm
since
like,
she cut her
even
hair,
if you are, just don't tell people.
No, I'm telling you. Ever since she cut her hair, I don't know, she cut some of her thoughts with it.
Well, I mean, that was a big emotional.
You were a
thing
Katy
for her
Perry
anyway.
stan.
That is why I brought it up. I was going to say, if it was a Katy Perry concert, I still wouldn't have been able to buy any tickets because I'm poor and can't afford that much. $700,
especially now. Like, isn't everybody struggling to buy groceries? How
maybe
are you guys buying?
Maybe just us.
We still always have our
it's insane
Truly
to me.
budget.
I'm just drinking a Gatorade today because
that's how you know
still not
Lily's feeling
great.
like shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wasn't gonna have us get too into the Taylor thing because we weren't like diehard Swifties, but I think. And because I've been sick and I didn't look that much into like all the details of the Ticketmaster stuff. But once that starts to unravel, I definitely would love to do a little deep dive because I think that's so interesting. And there's something going on there.
And Taylor made a statement today and she's fucking pissed. But yeah. Definitely.
Well, because she basically said that they had been like trying to like work through any potential problems like that way ahead of time because she was expecting that to happen.
I know this is going to sound so stupid, but it gave me like, I love Taylor Swift. It just gave me kind of TanaCon vibes where it's like, I asked if they could facilitate this kind of demand and they said yes. And then they couldn't. And I'm like, Tana, is that you?
I think Taylor Swift has a little more pull than that.
A little bit.
But yes, no, I believe her.
Yeah,
like, I feel like
sure.
Taylor Swift of all people is so like, will like send her fans all like hand knitted sweaters afterwards to apologize probably. But I'm sure at any artist, or I would hope most artists, if they saw that their fans that are mostly like young, not rolling in money, probably like in their like early 20s, getting charged 7 times for $600 and it totally fucking up their entire like, all of that gets so frustrating because then it takes like 5 to 7 business days for it to get put back in your account and stuff. And it's like, what if you can't wait that long?
Yep.
And then her seeing it all happen and not be able to do anything about it must be
horrible.
Just the worst.
For sure.
Anyway, today's topic for this short episode.
Me and Lily are incapable of doing anything short, but actually Lily sent me this. It was a TikTok and I didn't watch it like right when you sent it. I waited until I could like actually grasp what was happening. And I honestly, I thought it was a joke at first. When I heard
it feels like satire.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, this girl's trying to do promo, but it's not. This is very real. And it's just a dive into the influencer world. So just buckle up because if you love entitled fucking influencers, this one is chef's kiss.
Okay, we'll play the TikTok in a sec, but first to set the stage, we're gonna play a TikTok by the creator Sarah, and she's also known as Smack McCreener, and she is an influencer already, I guess, but then she also runs something called Billy Studios, which is a rent by the hour studio space in LA that's frequently used by influencers and other creatives for photo shoots. You could see it's really like cool, like funky aesthetic, cool place. Apparently she was contacted recently by another influencer. I saw someone tweet that we don't think this influencer, I'm saying we because I agree with this, I don't think this influencer knew that the person that owned the studio was also an influencer, and like that's how she even got into it.
Why do you think just because of her behavior? Like you think she couldn't possibly, because she would know that she could make a video?
No, that it's more that she, well, one, that, and two, that she didn't know that she had that many followers because she's trying to like tout her own following and being like, I have this many, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But like the girl that she is messaging, it's through the studio at first, I guess, but that girl has more, like gets more likes than she does.
Oh, love
so
that.
So like that, like it feels weird to be like, oh my God, I could have helped you so much when you're like at the same
right. Yeah. Totally.
level, you know? I also say that because I don't think that she probably would have sent the angry voice notes that you're about to hear and acted so ridiculous if she thought there was a chance that that person might be able to then repost and have it go out to a larger audience.
I do just want to say, the creator of this TikTok did delete it. Lily just told me that before we filmed, and I went when it was still up. So this actually, she sent it to me before it was deleted. And when I was looking through the comments, I saw her, the person who made this TikTok, the person who owns the photography studio, what was it?
Sarah.
Oh, Sarah.
Smack.
She was commenting back to people who were like saying the name of the influencer because I'm going to be honest, you post something like this, people are going to find out who it is. It's just like not that hard.
Her name's Amy.
Her name is Amy. And this girl obviously is very nice and didn't want people. Like she was literally telling people, please stop commenting her name. Please stop going after her. If I'm being honest, this lady deserves to get reamed a little bit. Like it's like, come on.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's so bad. We need to just play it.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Because I'm like, it's so bad because like you listen to it, it sounds fake because you couldn't believe.
I thought it was fake. I literally thought this was fake. Okay, let's watch it now.
Was for a fun time.
So she posts these messages and says, oh my God, I would love to come by and shoot with blank.
Presumably the studio.
Or potentially also could be her daughter, maybe. Because I saw in some background research that I did that apparently she has gotten a lot of shit because her account, before she deleted it, it's back up now.
Oh. Gotta go.
It's a lot of her and her daughter. Mm-hmm. And what's her username?
A fashion nerd, I think.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, she like does a lot of things where she dresses up her daughter in like very colorful, funky clothes, like very out there. So she kind of got big for that, essentially.
But also then people not liking that, saying that she was like exploiting her daughter.
Yeah.
For likes and
right.
So I guess to everyone it wasn't super surprising to find out that she's the worst. But her name is Amy Royland. So the girl has like 500,000 followers on TikTok or something.
So does everyone else. Not me, but other people.
Literally though, especially on TikTok, does that really mean that much?
I have 60,000 followers and I post once a year. Like I literally never post. I feel like it's so easy to get
I'm not saying that 500,000 isn't impressive, but it's just like, I think a lot of people do, like that's not.
Right. Like if she had it on YouTube nowadays, it would be like, whoa, that's like a really dedicated following. But really TikTok, it's so easy to follow people. And also people follow people by mistake a lot. Like I follow people all the time. Like my finger slips when I'm trying to like something. And then I'm like, why am I following this person? So it could be that. But what's funny is that those first two messages didn't get a response. They were left on read, which is amazing.
Did you scroll down? Is there a date above the top one?
No.
That's the full video. Mm-hmm. Possibly the next day or maybe just later in the day. She again says, I would love to collab. We have some killer matching dresses to shoot soon. Again, referring to her daughter, I think. We would be maybe 20 minutes, if that. I can tag y'all and you can use my images too. And then I think she tags the daughter again and says, has 40K fans now. And on TikTok, we have 500K followers.
Oh, then that is her daughter. You're right. Because she's saying, yeah. Totally.
Which just absolutely exploiting the daughter. So then the owner of the studio responds and says, hey girl, sorry, we can only accept paying clients for all bookings. Thank you though. Which absolutely, that makes
totally
sense.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, if you are going to be shameless enough to ask for free stuff, then if someone says no, you have to be like, oh yeah, totally get it. Bye. You don't react like this.
Well, what's crazy is just really quick before you read it, look at the time jump. Okay. We have August 29th. And then the latest message it says yesterday. So
that was what I was asking you. It wasn't full screen. It says above, oh my God, it's May 3rd.
No, stop.
So she asked for the first collab in May, and then in August, she again says, I would love to collab, after Smack never responded the first time.
And then in October or November, depending on when she screenshotted it, but recently, she goes, still? What?
And that's the funny thing is, like, I don't think she'd even gotten a ton more followers or anything since then. Like, I think, unless they've lost a ton. They're at 584,000 now. So, I mean, not a big enough jump that you can message someone that said no to you and say, still?
Right.
Continue.
Oh, my God.
No. So she comes up with, she has updated stats now. And she says, still, we have 15 million likes on TikTok. So she goes with a different stat this time. And then also throws in that they're at 600K fans now. So maybe they were and she's lost some. And now they're at 587. Then she reiterates, we would come for 20 minutes max.
Oh my God.
All that this shows me is this girl really wants to shoot at the studio. Like, what
it's
are
a nice studio.
Why
the little washing machines are very cute.
Right?
I get it.
But like, I don't understand. Why wouldn't you just pay for it?
Well, what's funny is that we actually know the truth of that, right? Like, followers does not equal money. You have to do we know that or what, Lily? It's funny to me to try to like show someone what the value is of what you have to offer, but what you have to offer doesn't even make you enough money to pay the value of what you're trying to do. It's like, so it's not that valuable.
That is how it comes off.
Literally. Like, I just got a cake, right? I got 2 cakes for my daughter. And like, I shared the lady's thing, like, to my story because I really liked the cake and it was cute. And she was like, oh, if you love it, like, it would mean everything if like you share it, whatever. I paid for those cakes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I very much paid for the cake because guess what? She had to buy the stuff to make the cake and then she had to make the fucking cake. Like, me posting on my story and her getting 50 new followers, it just ain't gonna pay the fucking bills. It's so annoying.
I want to look up the studio and see if they have, like, oh my God.
Is this in LA?
It literally, the top thing on Google that comes up is production space for $79.
No. I'm telling you, it wouldn't even be, if she really only needed it for 10, 15, that would be like maybe $100, $150.
Oh, okay. It says $79 an hour and there's a 2-hour minimum.
That's where they get you. But that's still so cheap.
Oh my God. So back to the TikToks. I guess it's crazy. I didn't realize the span of time that takes place here. But so now I guess we are in November and
she was thinking about that. She just spent countless nights just thinking about those washing machines. She's like, God damn it.
But I have the perfect outfit to shoot there. I need to. Then Smack responds at 1:30 a.m. So I hope that she's like drunk with other people and they like all
she got the
like
balls
formulated
to just
this.
fucking
Yeah. Because it's very well worded. She goes, hey girl, sorry, we really aren't looking for influencers wanting free time. This takes time away from paying clients and the numbers aren't helpful for our business. Which hotel deals and stuff, that makes sense to me because everyone stays in hotels. So that can appeal to literally anyone that follows you. If they go on a vacation, maybe not everyone can afford it, but it doesn't have like a niche following.
100%.
Even if you had a lot of followers that like your photography, how many of them are going to use a photo studio? So what is her, like, who is
how
she?
Many of them are located in that area? Yeah, that's exact. Well, the thing is too, is like, that's 100% what I was going to say is like, there is value to someone with, first of all, credibility and influence. There is a reason we have had sponsors on, like, people sponsor this channel, for instance, people sponsor our own channels or like our Instagrams, not just because it's fun to do for them. Like they know that if we actually like a product and we tell our followers like we do really, really like this product, they are going to get some sales for it. So it's not just the sales that bring businesses money, but it's also like just a long-term, they know our name now type of thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, you would literally throw up to know how much brands used to spend on like TV advertisements, billboards, things that right now are kind of archaic. Like the digital world is the new thing. But that being said, there are limitations to that. And that is number one, the niche for sure.
Something photo related to begin with
100%.
is so niche. And then a photo studio in LA that only people in LA can go to?
Even if, for instance, like the lady who I bought the cakes from was like, I will, just make you cakes in exchange for like an Instagram shout out. I'd be like, girl, I'm like, who the fuck lives in our town in Georgia? It's not worth it.
And especially I think with people that are maybe a little older that don't totally understand social media or just like haven't really thought about this aspect of it, they hear you have followers and I'm like, oh, will you shout me out? I'm like, no one's going to see me be like, go follow this person. They're suddenly going to go follow you.
Like we were, talking about it, but there's influencers who have shouted out other influencers and their channel has like immediately seen that spike. And then after that's done, it's just like an immediate plummet because it's like you can get the followers, but if you don't, number one, do pretty much the same thing that first influencer who did the shout out does. And then it's like, oh, we're getting the same content just from this other person. Now that's cool. But if you're like a completely different channel, like we shout out like a baking channel or something, I'm just thinking about cakes now. But like if we shout out a baking channel, people might follow just because they're like, oh, well, Lily and Jessi said to do it. So maybe I'll do it just to like help them out.
But the ones that be like, stay there long term.
The fifth upload, they're going to be like, I don't care about cakes. Like, fuck this shit. And they're going to
wait, why did I subscribe to this channel? I forgot.
It's nuanced. It's not just influence equals money. Like, that's not how that works.
So she continues, as artists ourselves, we always encourage the community to support each other by doing business professionally, meaning pay for it. Don't just offer your followers that won't do anything because this is a niche photo studio in LA and that makes no sense. We've known of your work for years and it's amazing, which, you know what? She didn't have to say that.
She didn't. She really didn't.
But as artists, we should never ask for free work from the community and so cannot allow others to do that to us, especially with influencers of your caliber being in such a lucrative career. Knowing that you have continuously asked multiple studios for free time is unfortunately disappointing. So she kind of did what we like to say I wouldn't even call it a compliment sandwich because she starts off nice and she throws in the compliment in the middle and then she ends with the insult, which is nice and harsh. I like it. Then the response. Would you like to do it or shall I?
Oh my God. I would love to.
Please. Cold read away.
She says, oh my God. This was the point where I was like, this is the fakest shit I've ever seen, but it's not. So she says, wow, I'm not trying to be rude in any way. I was seriously excited to help get the word out for you guys. On our TikTok, we get 15 million views and I had a cute viral video idea and to help spread the word for you guys, ... My Lord, you must not know how any of this works. I get paid she did not. I get paid $10,000 to post a TikTok and I was offering to shoot there for 20 minutes for free to help you out and you're being super rude towards me. That's pretty crazy to me. Wow. I will make sure to never support you or what you do. ... Ridiculous. And one could think that is where it ends. And I assure you it is not.
Begin.
This is where it all begins.
I asked to come there for 20 minutes to shoot something with my daughter and that's disappointing. For free when I charge a lot of money for postings and we get like 12 million hits on our TikTok and we do really well actually with video here and that's disappointing. That's crazy. Who runs this account? Are you 90 years old and not know how influencers work? That's hilarious. You guys are really out of touch. It's crazy. I asked, can I shoot there for 20 minutes with my daughter to do a viral video and like support you guys and post you around and people will book your studio because it's colorful and very on brand for me. They will book your studio and then you go, it's so disappointing. Then you're asking for a collaboration. Influencers collaborate. Are you 90? Who is this?
Oh my God. The fact that she keeps saying the same things is so odd to me. I genuinely thought you were replaying it.
No, I was not replaying it. It was just a different voice note. We could stop and give thoughts, but we just need to keep going through her rampage and then give our thoughts because this is too much. She says, you're out of touch as hell. Whoa. But I think she meant wow. Hilarious. Oh, I see. Smack is the studios. Does she has a 90-year-old person running the account? I see. I went ahead and unfollowed her.
Types like that.
Thanks. I'm also letting all my blogger friends, blogger is capitalized, much like Jesus and God. I'm also letting all my blogger friends know how you talk to me and to never ever book you or the studios you run. Blank also knows too. We will never refer you ever. Good going. Bye. Is this the end? No, I don't think it is.
Good going.
Oh,
No, so apparently she messaged her on 3 different platforms.
Are you my ex?
That was
No.
our business website.
Okay, so on the business website, she's like, you know what I need to do? I need to add a little more pizzazz, and I need to leave a review or like a message. Is this a message? Is this a review? What is this?
I think it's a message.
Oh, geez. Okay, well, this is so good, and I'm officially playing the character of her. So she says, "Hi, Sarah. I think you've completely misunderstood me, and it was really unfair for you to go off on me and be super freaking rude towards me. I was barely asking you if I can come there and promote your studio and do a video and promote you and tag you in your studio, and I would shoot for 20 minutes. This is never about money. This is about supporting local artists, and I loved your studio, and I was excited to shoot a little bit of content there to share with my fans because I feel like they would love your space. I can see if I was asking you for hours of time for free to shoot paid work there. That would be ridiculous. And whenever I do ever collaborate with people who own any peer spaces, I never ever shoot paid jobs there. If I have a paid job, I'm always going to pay to rent a space to shoot it, so it's a tax write-off for me."
I'm so confused why she's even saying that.
And I would make sure to always tell the owners if it was a paid job so I can also pay them and pay to rent the studio. Girl, are you like, why? What are you talking about?
I'm like, what? That she's describing the opposite of what she did, though.
But don't worry, she says, "I'm a really fair person. And I'm a really nice person."
What's going on?
You know what? This is bringing deja vu. You know what I'm saying? And I thought you were a nice person too, and a little bit more hip when it came to marketing and collaborations with other artists. I barely asked you for 20 minutes to shoot something really quick with my daughter, who's 2 years old.
Why does that matter?
Why is she lugging around her daughter? Who lugs around a 2-year-old and dresses them up like that? I guarantee that 2-year-old hates her life. And you go off on me and say that I'm disappointing? You really are not a good business person or marketing person, ... You could have easily responded that you loved my account and you would let me know. And leave it at that. No bad blood.
Wait, so you wanted her to ghost you?
No, she wanted her to stroke her dick while she was saying no. Like, just tell me, like, thank you so much. We don't have any availability right now. Please, but I love you so much. Your fucking TikToks are the best. I will make sure to never refer your studio to anyone I know. And my photographers will also know how rude you were to me. And they will never refer you as well. Why make an enemy, especially a blogger? That quote goes down in history, actually. Hold on.
Who's the 90-year-old here? She's referring to herself as a blogger? Does she have a blog?
I shit you not, either she was drunk or she's just like got my dad to write this message. But she says,
"Oh my God,
why make an enemy, especially a blogger, and especially someone so align what you're doing? Unreal, so dumb. You should really learn some business etiquette and marketing because you or whoever was running that account acts like a 90-year-old person who has no idea how collaborations work in this day and age with bloggers. In fact, for me to promote your studio, you should have been paying me.
10 grand.
Way to make a friend. Smart business move. I really hope you weren't the one messaging me on Instagram."
Oh my God. I don't even think I read the whole thing because
It's
I
giving
got the
my
gist of it.
ex who was in the army who would call me when he was drunk and tell me he loved me. Like,
Was she just so obsessed with this idea for a TikTok at this? Like, why is she so set on this?
now that
studio?
we've gotten through that, I feel like I can finally just say what I've been thinking, which is initially, I don't think her first messages were fucked up. And I know that people might think that I'm wrong. Like, I don't think her asking for the free time was
like define
initially.
initial messages.
No, her being like, hey, like, I have this many followers. Like, I would like to shoot at your studio. I actually don't think that was fucked up. Because here's the thing. This does happen in the industry. Whether you think that's right or wrong, people do get free shit. People collaborate. People, if this studio thought it was valuable for them and they decided like, hey, actually that would make sense for my business and they agree to it, then that's on them.
Here's
like,
the
I
thing.
don't,
I think what it is that another point in showing that she probably didn't know that this studio was owned by an influencer, because a lot of studios, I'm sure, would have jumped at the opportunity and been like, oh my God, that would be great publicity for us.
Right.
But they might not know necessarily the ins and outs of the influencer world and understand that also that's probably not going to do anything for you.
Right.
And maybe it would. I don't know. I can't predict the future. Well, not the future, because that's definitely not happening now. But I feel like the second the girl responded and told her that, like, as artists ourselves and stuff, maybe she should have taken another step back and done a little
where my
research.
leeway, or whatever you want to call it, the slack that I'm giving her, it ends immediately when you are told that is not something I'm interested in. That is where that ends. Like, I don't think her inquiring because she does have a following and like her aesthetic, if you look at it, actually does match this place. Like, it does. So like, I don't even fault her so much for asking, although I personally would rather die. I just think that like the second you get the message of like, hey, no, that really isn't how I want to do things, that's it. Like, that's it.
Well, I mean, for two reasons. One, because you look tacky as fuck.
Yeah.
And because also, like, they can repost it. Like, you should know that immediately. But, like, if you react badly... So, two things is, if you react badly, they could repost it. But then also, it feels like there's probably not anything you can say after they already said no to convince them otherwise. Like, if they've made up their mind and they said no, you're not going to convince them to give you free stuff, probably. I don't
Even
think
if it was a 90-year-old running the account, it's like, you think being mean to her granny is going to fucking get you in the studio? Like, just be a nice, decent person. I think it's tacky to ask in general. If she had gone off on this girl and just been like, oh, you're always asking people for free shit after the first message, I would have been like, well, the influencer was in the wrong. But she like was very nice and was just like, hey girl, we don't really do that. Like, she was very, very, very fucking kind in her response.
And the follow-up of still was really weird.
No. She literally couldn't, she was flabbergasted. She's like, what? I don't know. Like, who's running this account? Like, what does that even mean? To me, as someone who has been paid over the years, I would never even want to look at the amount that I've been paid because I have nothing to show for it.
You're like, where did it go?
Literally.
Same.
But as influencers, we know that, like, yeah, okay, you got 10,000 for a TikTok. Show me it. Is it in your account still? Like, we know that, like,
Well, that's, I'm like, who's paying you $10,000? Like, TikTok isn't. I know their creator fund isn't that big.
Maybe she got it for a brand deal, but it's like getting paid $10,000 for one brand deal once a year or something. That ain't gonna cut it, sister.
Maybe that's her going rate, but like, how many brand deals are you posting?
It's just so tacky, especially from like my perspective, to flaunt that, because I'm like, girl, come on. Like, that's just...
And it's not like you're negotiating rate here. Why are you dropping that? Like, this
I know.
girl's never gonna pay you 10. Like, why is that relevant? My favorite also is how she says, like, are you a 90-year-old person who has no idea how collaborations work? Ma'am, I think you're the one that doesn't understand how collaborations work, because it involves two people both agreeing to be in the collaboration, which Smack never did. She politely declined, and then you were like, you don't know how collaborations work.
To me, like, I feel like you would not ask a makeup artist. Well, some do ask makeup artists and hairstylists and stuff to do their shit for free. And I couldn't fucking imagine that, honestly. Like, I think that's the most disrespectful shit, because at the end of the day, you may not be rich, but you definitely make money easier than other people. And like, artists always get shit on, is what I'm trying to say. And I get where this girl was incredibly reserved. After I got those voice notes, I would have gone feral.
Yeah, well,
100%.
So afterwards, what is it?
Oh, there's more. I thought we were actually done.
Oh no.
So there's an email. So it's literally titled, "Hi Smack, one last word." Oh my God, she is my ex. It says, "Unreal." Don't bother writing me back. I'm going to block your email. Oh my God, this is narcissistic shit. Like, what? I hate that word, but like, that really is narcissistic shit.
The whole thing is like, what? Like, why is she still talking?
If you want to make this right, which I highly doubt it, then you could easily write blank, "You two know each other, ... But if you are running your business Instagram, or if you have anyone else running it, you should really talk to them." You mean her grandma? As a business owner, you should really be kind always and deflect. Wouldn't have hurt you to say a kind thing about me and how aligned we are. Why can't she say aligned? Why can't she say aligned?
I don't think she even knows what that means.
My God. And how aligned we are. And you would check and see and leave it at that.
She's literally like asking her to say, like, I'll check and see, and then ghost her. Like, that would have been better? I'm so confused.
And then she's saying, I one time saw a girl shooter to 50s peer to 50s Pierce. Oh yeah. I one time saw a girl shooter to 50s Here Space. What does that mean? Like a photography studio that's like 50s themed?
All of this is such weird. Like,
Yeah, it is very strange. And she says, and she was a blogger.
She was a blogger.
She is my dad. And she was a blogger. And I asked her about the space. She linked me and I booked it for paid work. I also sent the space around and my friend who is a very famous musician booked it as well for her video shoot. She's typing like those people who do those like scams. And it's like, my mom
We
is
have worked with
very
big celebrities.
rich. Yeah, you have inherited $1 million. Like, what even are these messages? This is harassment.
she's not going to let you shoot there now, obviously. Like, why are you still going? Guys, this went even further than I realized.
Same. I don't know if I was paying attention enough.
This woman is unhinged.
And then she...
DMing from her daughter's account.
No, did she really?
The 2-year-old.
Well, wasn't assuming the 2-year-old ran it herself.
Like, honestly, could have been who wrote all of this. That would make more sense.
Seriously. So she responded to a story that Smack had posted that I'm assuming was like alluding to this situation. Like being like, some crazy lady's like messaging me or something probably a lot kinder than that. And she replied saying, you're saying lies and showing only part of it. You're acting like I asked you for free space for hours. I was asking you if we could please come for 20 minutes. Wait, Lily, hold on. How long did she want to book
She
it for?
only needed 20 minutes, Jessi. Not hours. That's totally different thing. That would be ridiculous.
To shoot your space and promote your space for free to our fans. We were excited to meet you and be friends. I wanted to support...
I'm so confused.
Literally. I wanted to support a local artist / you. And you're spreading lies
spreading
about
lies
me.
about-
Acting like we asked you for hours of free space to shoot paid jobs there. It's so unfair. Blank will write you and explain. You took it all wrong. Blank will message you soon. Please go to the nearest mental facility. What is happening?
I had no idea how weird this got.
It's so
Like,
fucking
is
weird.
this a joke? And the straw man argument that she's grasping at.
Why did she
oh my
delete
God.
this?
Maybe because she realized that it's a mental health situation.
Then
Oh my
she
God.
posted to her story and it's blanked out her face. It's a picture of her. And she put, I hate being so misunderstood sometimes. ... Sucks. I hate how women can be so mean towards other women. I don't get that. Why can't we be kinder to one another? You know what? There is just a certain group of women who think like this that need to just get punched right in the cooter. Like, it's literally like, are you fucking... First of all, it has nothing to do with being a woman. Second of all, you're a bitch. And you're actually maybe certifiably insane. You're harassing this woman.
Smack was so much nicer to her than she should have been.
So much nicer.
And-
so much nicer. But luckily, that is the end.
Oh my God.
Well, and listen, this girl, Smack, she deleted this. And obviously, she doesn't want this girl to get the hate that she got. The girl had to, she had to private her account, and I guess now it's unprivated.
Yeah.
But obviously, she's getting a lot of backlash. To which I say, okay, whatever. Like, I don't care. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to, like, cry a river over someone who's, like, so fucking entitled. And also really is abusing their platform to, like, I don't think she should have a number. Like, she shouldn't have numbers. She doesn't know what to do with them.
I don't know, Jessi. She makes 10 grand per post.
First of all, doubt it. Second of all, what I do have to say is, like, viral TikTok videos mean nothing. I had a viral TikTok video of me making like seltzer water and balsamic vinegar because people said it tasted like Coke. And that doesn't necessarily mean shit for my life. Like, it literally just fucking, I got millions of views.
I mean, I think she got consistent stuff. But again, like, if the lady doesn't want you
but
at her
that's
photo
nothing
studio,
on
then
TikTok.
you don't.
That's
true.
not like TikTok is, and also she does a lot of like the dressing her daughter up. There's a reason why YouTubers and stuff gain a lot more of a like an intense following, because you're sitting with us or with whoever you're watching and you're like,
You're developing more of
listening
a
to them.
relationship with them.
TikTok is like, okay, next.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just don't get that attached to TikTokers. I assume some people might, but like, girl, you might have 500,000 followers. Maybe like 20 care about like you as a person. Like,
the
genuinely.
reason people are following it's because like, oh, we get to see a cute mom and her kid. They're not following because they're like, ooh, what is she going to tell? Where is she going to tell us to go book a photo studio in LA so we can take pictures? Like, I don't.
So insane.
I think my favorite part though is that she calls herself a blogger. Let me check.
With a
Fashion
B.
nerd blog. I'm Googling it.
Bet you she doesn't have one.
Yeah, fuck, she does. It's even powered by Blogger. I stand corrected.
Who makes
the fuck has
blogs
a blog
anymore?
anymore?
Literally. I thought she was just misspelling vlog.
I mean, I thought she just like thought that that's like what you like. That's what my mom. Oh my god.
That's why
she
I was
probably
like, you're
says
my dad.
vlog too.
Your mom says vlog?
No. But I bet you that this girl does.
No, 100%. But honestly, I loved this. This was so good. Like, I really enjoyed this journey.
I did too. I feel like I want to say I feel bad, but I don't.
You know, it reminded me of the time where I went to a club in LA and all of us were like dressed appropriately for the club, but Alex James was in flip-flops and shorts, and they didn't want to let him in. Sorry, Alex. He showed his following and they were like, no.
They said no still?
Yeah, we had to leave.
That's actually amazing.
I was standing like 10 feet away from him. Like, I was like, I don't actually know what's happening. I don't know anything about these people.
Well, but that's a perfect segue because I told Jessi before to show that we're not just making fun of her for reaching out. It's 100% her reaction to being said no to. That's the problem.
100%.
Here.
Right.
I told Jessi that we would tie it all together by naming some of our most shameless times that we've asked for something in the past or like gotten something because of our being an influencer.
And I hate this because honestly, if anybody has ever watched my videos or knows me, frankly, I do not like flaunt any sort of like I would rather pass away and like I can't do it.
Definitely not the Jessi that I met.
No, maybe when
maybe when you first got famous on Vine, were you kind of like
right? I did have diva moments. I was like, I'm amazing. And that was like a month long before my family was like, you're annoying and you need to stop with that. The problem is I do have a brother who's kind of like a used car salesman, not literally. Like he's just very like, he's a bullshitter. Like he just is. He just bullshits his way through life. Like power to him. But like we were in Mexico and we paid for our stay. 100%. We paid all inclusive, full funds up front. But this hotel had different bracelets and the bracelets meant that you can have like different access to different like luxury parts of the hotel, stay in a different wing. It was very like, you know, whatever. And we did not have the gold is all I'll say. And my brother had a whole sit down meeting. He was like, I'm going to go, not Joey, by the way.
That's who I was picturing.
No, it was definitely not Joey. Joey was getting drunk like somewhere. And so my brother, my oldest brother, actually, he went and he's like, you know what? Let me shoot my shot with like the manager or like concierge here and be like, hey, she has a following. If she does a vlog here, can we get gold bracelets? Mind you, we're like a group of like 13. I'm like, Ruben, this is like not going to work. Like, and I mortified. I wasn't there. Like, I literally was like, you can ask him and I'm going to go die in a fucking corner. Like, I literally can't. They were confused. They were like, interesting. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But
because also the people at the front desk aren't usually going to be able to facilitate that. It needs to be like the marketing person.
It wasn't front desk. It was like kind of like we ended up in like a conference room. It was very stressful.
I was like doing a PowerPoint.
I literally was like, I'm supposed to be on vacation. Like I wanted to die. But anyway, we actually did all get the gold bands and that was exciting. We did it, and I did do a vlog and it got like 20,000 views because this was when I wasn't even on YouTube. It was like the beginning of my YouTube journey. I just felt like I had scammed them.
Yeah.
Because like I doubt one single person went because of me.
I mean, I feel like that even with like normal brand deals.
Well, I always get that feeling with normal brand deals, but I've had to like shake that off because I'm like, dude, come on. Like,
no, if you take a step back, I've explained to like my mom or like her friends that they're like, they pay to post on blah, blah. And I'm like, well, like when you think about it, they're paying for eyeballs to see it on like TV and stuff. And if I have guaranteed that I'm going to have 100,000 people at the time see their brand, at the very least, it's going to give some brand familiarity. And at most, then maybe you drive some sales.
Yeah, I think the thing that woke me up the most to like, okay, I guess I do have like it's just a tiny bit of influence, which actually like made me realize, okay, it's important to like only accept shit that I give a fuck about because I can't just be like promoting anything. It's hard because when you get an email of like, hey, I'm going to pay you X amount. And they're like, hey, here's this money. It is hard to like have that integrity and be like, no. But if you want any sort of longevity and like you realize that like, okay, I'm promoting stuff to the people who genuinely love my content, who trust me, and they're going to click
no
this.
To a lot of
like,
flat tummy.
Oh, I say no to every detox tea, flat tummy tea. I cannot. It pisses me the fuck off. So the thing that woke me up was the repeats. So like brands that kept coming back and saying like, we had such a great integration with you. Like we would love to work together again. And I'm like, okay, so it has to like make sense for them. Cause like otherwise I'm like, who the fuck, like, you know, but I personally, not sponsored by HelloFresh. I personally use HelloFresh every week of my life. Like that's how my main family dinners are HelloFresh. And I got it through the H3 link. Like I've ordered, hundreds of boxes, I guess. I don't know, over the past few years. And like, I got it through H3. And
Well,
so
and
like, I
that's
get
a good
it.
example of one that's like, that's not a bullshit thing. And everyone eats.
It's
So that
amazing.
makes sense. You can promote
Yeah.
that to everyone. But, yeah.
What's yours?
Oh, I forgot. No, mine was, I'm trying to think. I'm sure I've like messaged, I even not too long ago messaged a lay down desk, like where it's like, they're
Oh,
like,
that would be so good. Yeah.
right? But they're like literally like $8,000. I was like, I will post so many videos though.
You know, Dan from H3, they call it the scorpion chair, and he got one and he fucking hates it. And he says it's so uncomfortable.
Oh, really?
He wanted it so bad.
Well, it's funny because I don't usually watch H3, but I did see an episode where they were all looking, someone had sent it to them and they were joking about getting them, but they were making fun of it the whole time. They definitely were coming at it from like, it's for people that are lazy and don't want to like get out, like they were missing the fact. I'm like, no, but if your back hurts, it would be really useful. Please send it to me.
I know. I've thought of that sometimes where I'm like, I wish there could be a setup where you're literally in bed and just like working like this. Yeah.
Honestly, I've thought, because I even have like monitor like mounts for my desk, like I could set up my own kind of situation, but even doing that would be hard. Yeah, they never responded.
Me with West Elm. I told them, I'm like, I'm moving. I love your furniture. They're like, cool, bitch. Exit out the DMs.
A lot of brands, especially the bigger ones, you just have to know who to message.
But anyway.
Mine, similar to yours, it wasn't like me doing it. I just kind of was like, okay, fine. But I didn't even really go to participate in the showing of it. Basically, I think it was Thanksgiving break, probably like 5 years ago. And I was verified on Instagram. And I've definitely lost a lot of followers now, but I think I had almost 500,000. We were at a bar and it was like, you know, everyone gets like super drunk with all of their high school friends. I mean, I don't anymore. At the time, I still went out with a group of people and we all were at one bar. And then there's like another bar next door, but it's almost kind of like has a clubby feel to it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's also in Thousand Oaks, so like not really a club. But on Thanksgiving break, things are popping. So the line was very, very long. And we went from the bar from like pre-gaming for the night, aka being completely wasted, to go next door to like have the second half of our night. And this line probably had at least 50 people in it, if not closer to 100 probably. My friend was really drunk and she was like, oh my God, well, Lily's famous. She can get us in. I was like, no, that's not a thing. Well, how is that going to work? And she literally grabs my phone and opens it to my Instagram and then like kind of waited for approval and kind of just went anyway. And started running away until she got to the bouncer where she showed him that my friend's verified. She'll take pictures inside and tag you. And he was like, sure.
Oh my
It's just the
God.
bouncer. I think he could let anyone in that he wanted. He probably would have just let a bunch of girls in anyway. But
That's
no,
true.
she used my Instagram checkmark to get us into a club, and I never posted the picture.
Oh, you scammed them.
Right.
Right on. That's pretty good. Bro, that brings back memories because one time I definitely used my notoriety online was before I was 21. So I started Vine when I was like 18.
Oh God, to get into bars.
And not to shout
Did it work?
anyone out. Get shots Miami. Sorry if you lose your... Well, I think he was like the owner or like, I don't know. But he followed me online and was like, yo, like, I like am the manager or whatever at Shots Miami. If you ever want to come by, like, let me know.
Oh my God, should I take his name when I'm editing this?
Yeah. Hopefully I don't want to ruin anyone's
This is
career.
definitely not okay.
And it actually involves several other crimes. Just hold on. Well, I utilized this advantage several times. So when I would get to the bar with my friends, I would like message him like, yo, I'm here. And then he would just like come like let us in. Mm-hmm. Now he was under the impression that I think that I was over 21 because everyone's always thought I was 21 since I was like 17. And everyone like on Vine always thought I was 21 too.
I
And
thought
would
you
always
were
drink.
saying he was like offering because he knew you weren't 21 to like let you in.
I think he thought I was. But like because I was famous, he would come and get me and like I need the VIP entrance. Okay, so he would come and get me. I was like low-key amazing because I'm like,
is this like
12.
a club?
It was like like a bar club, yeah, for sure. And so we went there several times. We definitely utilized this like advantage, but like literally the bouncers themselves wouldn't let me in. Like it was just him. He would have to come and get me. And one time he offered me Molly. He literally was like, hey, take this. I was like, why? And I gave it to my cousin. He had a great night. And so that happened. But the funniest part is that I celebrated after I turned 21 and I visited Miami because I was living in LA at the time of 21. I visited Miami and I finally went to the club as like 21. And I was like
He was like,
celebrating
wait a
it. Yeah. He definitely was like, wait. You've been coming here for 2 years. Yeah, it was pretty wild. But I definitely use, like, for shit like that, I was like, come on, I'm just a wee little 19-year-old wanting to get a drink in, which is why at 29, I feel like an ancient fucking beast. Like, I'm literally so tired in life right now.
Well,
because I
thank
party
God
too
I didn't
hard.
have any followers in college. That would have been a fucking disaster. But I probably have done some shameless, like, asking for things when I'm drunk, when I've been out, maybe. I don't think so. It's my friends bringing it up, being like, she's famous. And I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, no, same. It's super embarrassing. But like, also when certain brands reach out to me and will be like, hey, let me send you something, I like profusely, I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. Thank you so much, with hearts and emojis. And I'm just like, this is amazing. No, thank you. Like, literally, there's this phone case company I always work with, Velvet Caviar, and they always send me stuff. They're like, has your phone model changed? I'm like, literally, you're sent from Jesus. Like, I love you so much. Like, literally, I'm so forever thankful to the brands that reach out to me because they find that valuable to them, even though this is the first time I've ever even said that phone case name, and they've been sending it for like 4 years. God bless them.
There you go.
But like, you know what I mean? I don't know. This was the longest episode ever. And
I know. It was like,
short.
this was supposed to be like a half hour, and fuck. Well,
Leave it to us.
Anyway, I think that's it. I don't think there was any more to that story.
Let us know your thoughts below.
They're probably going to be like, you guys are assholes too.
That's what I think. Oh my God. I sent that to Lily. I said, we're going to get canceled for this.
No, I mean, I think we said what we said. I think it's going to be just like, I think it's how you react to it.
Listen, guys, we are in the like world of digital media, so we've had an experience.
I'll give you a quick example before we sign off about one situation that I'm like, people ask for that? There's an ice cream truck in LA that I am obsessed with, and I haven't gotten in a while, actually, now that I think about it. But it's called CVT, and they literally only have, it's like vanilla and chocolate soft serve ice cream. You can get a twist. And the only way to figure out where this truck is if you follow its Instagram, and it'll post and tell you where it is. But the guy that owns the truck hates influencers, and it makes me so uncomfortable because I follow it and then I just see him like bitching about influencers constantly. But my reaction when I first found this out, because he even has like a sign on the truck that says like influencers pay double, and I'm like, do people ask for free ice cream? It's like $3.
Do you remember that guy with the hotel, the like Scottish guy who like blasted that influencer who asked for like a free stay?
Maybe.
It was brutal. Actually, H3 had him on, and he was just like, yeah, I was like, fuck you. And like, literally, like, it was like national news, because he basically told an influencer, like, fuck off, and put that message everywhere.
Oh, I
and it
do,
was in
I
the
do, I
papers
do.
and shit. I thought that was a bit harsh, because I'm like, it's okay for someone to be like, hey, I have this platform. Is that valuable to you? And I think that's all the person did, that they were like, hey, like, I would love to know, whatever. And he just like blasted them out of it. I'm like, that's a bit much.
I think people think of it more as like how this girl handled it. Again, with hotels specifically, they oftentimes have like marketing budgets and stuff that they dedicate towards doing trades of that
100%.
kind, because social media does really help their business. Because again, anyone can stay in a hotel.
Right. And everybody, like, I get it. Influencers are annoying and they accept any brand deal that comes their way, and it gets really oversaturated and overwhelming. But at the same time, like, brands pay a lot of money to pointless advertising. I mean, I'm talking like, you know what it is to spend money on a commercial on like some random channel right now? Like, you're talking about maybe on a lucky day, you might get like 50,000 eyes on that. And then you're talking like, well, I could pay that to one influencer and it could live on their YouTube channel forever.
Exactly. I've made full-blown like commercials for brands.
Yeah.
I mean, not actually like it lives on my channel, but it very much feels like
I
a
did a
full-on
full-blown
advertisement.
commercial for HP. Let's not forget.
Oh, you actually were in a commercial.
Yeah, it was like a
real
national
one.
commercial.
That's actually
And
really
I
cool.
wrote the jingle. They gave me a guitar and were like, can you go in the other room and come up with a jingle? And I was like,
I feel like you
5 years
should
old.
have gotten more than that, probably. More for that.
Yeah, maybe some royalties. It wasn't actually that much money.
No, it's crazy though when you think about like the fact that like I've made things that very much feel like commercials. I'm like, that they didn't pay a commercial rate for. Like, they just gave me a rate, and it was a good rate, and I'm not getting it now. But it also wasn't like, when you think about the grand scheme of things and how much advertising goes into TV and not digital.
Yeah, I think it's bad when, and I used to, I actually, for almost the entirety of when I lived in LA, I lived off of only brand deals because I really wasn't a YouTuber and Vine wasn't paying. So it was like only brand deals that I would get. And luckily that somehow stayed afloat, like barely, but like it stayed afloat during that time. When you depend on only brand deals, I feel like it's easy to become that person that this lady is, where it's just like, girl, like, get some stability, maybe make a YouTube. Well, now, not now. Don't make a YouTube channel now.
I
but
don't even know, because like, who knows about her financial situation? It's just so weird that she like clinged on to this. I was just saying with the full circle end this conversation.
Sorry.
With the ice cream thing, I think that's an example of like, you don't need it to be free. Like, I don't care if you're an influencer. Who's going to ask for something for free when it's literally only a few dollars? Like, come on. But then I saw he started also posting, he would like, celebrities would ask if he could like come do their private party, and that they would just post about it. And it's like, no. I think you need to take into account if it's like a mom and pop kind of store, like if it's a small business owner and not a huge company, especially take that into account when you're
just imagine fucking going to an event with your ice cream truck, lugging all the supplies and everything, preparing for that day, cleaning everything. You get there, you do the whole event for hours on end, and then you leave, and all you have to show for it is a couple Instagram posts. Like, that's horrible.
Like, there are certain celebrities, like if it's a Kardashian party, yeah, I'm sure you're probably going to get a lot of business afterwards. But at the same time, I think the Kardashians probably pay the vendors that come to their parties, because that's not the thing that you need to be getting deals on.
I don't understand the rich people get free shit, because a lot of times rich people just do get free shit with no promo attached, and it's like, what the fuck is the point?
Honestly, though, when I like was at the peak of my like at Clever also, so I had the Clever association as well, I got the most free shit, and it's when I didn't need it. And now I'm like, can I get more of that?
No, same. Anyway, I hope you guys loved our very short episode. We always keep it, you know,
I feel like this is longer than our normal one.
Literally, what the fuck are we doing?
I don't know.
If you're seeing this on Sunday, a miracle has happened.
Truly.
But anyway,
it's over. I'm sorry for all the tangents. I really don't know what just happened. I blacked out.
Yeah, same. Always black out in your presence, Lily. One way or
Hopefully
another.
we didn't get canceled.
If this episode cancels me, I was gonna say something I can't say. Anyway, I love you guys very much, and we appreciate you guys for subscribing. Thank you to those of you who come back even when you don't subscribe. We love you. Thank you for being here.
And happy birthday to Amelie.
Oh my God, she's one. Oh, my baby girl. Okay, I love you guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye.